popular weddings often sat at the kids' table. I would vent my frustrations with Bobby. Bobby was the person to say, no, you're fine, there's nothing wrong with you. Over the next few months, I didn't hear from Bobby. And obviously, after his divorce, he's getting on with his life. And then he messages me out of the room. He's like, hey, I've got something to tell you. So, her name is Sanj.
I cannot imagine being happier than I am with you. I want to spend the rest of my life with you. Will you be my wife? Is that a yes?
I was concerned that it was a rebound because it happened within a year of breaking up with his ex. But he seemed happy, and as long as he was happy, then he would like to say anything. Bobby wanted me to meet Sand and get to know her, and we became friends on Facebook. I am invited to the wedding, and due to family circumstances at the time, I just couldn't go. They got married in Kenya in December 2012. As time goes on, I stay in touch with them. This is the sounds of the 5 rivers that deals at Tasty Radio on 16 Australia. Thursday is Radio Day. My show is Full Problem Roadshow. My next year I'm keeping you company until 6 o'clock. Episode 854-173. I'm probably going to be this while you guys watch the calls, but I promise you I will do my very best to use it. I'm doing my show. Hello, this radio, and I've got
Oops.
Valentine's
Definitely
Day,
got to
or
do
he
this.
sends me the first romantic
Oh, they're so
message.
easy.
He says,
Hmm.
"I like you,
Let
and
me
I
guess.
I'm really happy
Oh,
about this."
no.
You should have told how
Yeah.
busy you are every day.
Yeah.
Year round.
Oh, no. Another one. Bar. Oh, God. Ugh. Gotta find you. Where are you? Hello, mommy.
Kate mentioned about her relationship with Bobby. His family was quite
Bob.
very well known. I didn't know that.
Bob.
We knew the family was
Who
very
can
good.
get the Bob?
She was quite confident
Oh.
that what she
Oh.
knew about him was fine.
Oh.
I said, "Do you really think you want to go ahead with somebody who's not very well?" His answer was something that always go wrong, even once he's married, so she wants to move forward. Like you do in a normal relationship, get to know each other.
Feel like butter.
Try to make it.
Feel like butter.
I want you to make a big deal about absolutely everything. I want to hear every tiny detail.
His vocal cords were damaged, so he couldn't speak at all.
I'm not going to you, but for me, it makes me feel like I'm a part of your life.
I recorded a voice note, and he would reply, typing. We started doing this at date 9.
What is good?
We both supported the same football team, Manchester United,
If you really know,
and watching online together. This is very much the nice honeymoon period. I am falling in love with him, maybe. But the only thing I had were old pictures of him online.
Fake.
you make me smile every single day. You make me feel loved
Yeah.
every single day.
Uh-oh.
Is there a sexual side to your relationship with Bobby?
God, my
That's
stomach.
my private. Is that an appropriate question to ask?
You know what I would think about? What I'm waiting for is an absolute happy peace.
Bobby always wanted to be dad. We both knew how much it meant to each of us. We've been together for 3 months. His rehabilitation program is working. Bobby has got hope. I think some people would think, oh my God, you've still only met him in person, wants to Brighton. But I think with Bobby, I was thinking, it's just nice to have something I've never had, which is respect and to be loved unconditionally. Because that's how it felt. That didn't matter what I did, Bobby was always there.
Falling asleep. Not good.
One day we're messing around
Right.
when you feature on Facebook.
Migraine.
Bobby proposes to me.
It's not a good time to have a microphone. But
I mean, it's
I
kind
have
of
one.
an unusual way to do it. But I don't need a big scrambled proposal. Of course, all girls dream of them, but
I have a thyroid condition causing me to fall asleep.
So,
I just want
this
play.
proposal is good enough.
to, just so people can see I'm okay. That's all I'm doing.
At 36, the clock's still ticking, and I want to have kids, but that's a big thing. I thought to myself, yes, this could be. So I said yes. He's really, really keen. And he's already looking at wedding venues and outfits, telling me what he wanted to wear and everything. He showed me a very good ring. What do you think of this as your engagement ring? It was very nice, but for me it wasn't practical because I wanted to wear it all the time. had lots and lots and lots of diamonds. I told Roger about all the wedding stuff. The proposal is unofficial because the families haven't met, but that promise has been made between us, and that's still important. Bobby and I discussed telling our families. I was really nervous, but I speak to my mom.
I was over the moon because I was thinking at last, Kira's going to move forward. But then I did mention, I said, this cannot go ahead without your dad's permission. Bobby did not want me to tell anything to my husband because Bobby wanted to break the news to himself and give my husband a surprise. He wanted to come all the way from New York and see him face to face and break the news to him.
With Bobby's family, Bobby thought that being introduced to his cousins, that was the best way to do it. He said to the group, I think there were about 30 of us. Everyone was like, hi, it's so nice to meet you.
I felt really happy for her. Like, this is my cousin, like, she's finally found someone who is right for her. Like, I was really looking forward to meeting him.
Rushley also starts talking to Bobby.
Hey, Bobby. Nice talking to you. Well, nice talking, same thing.
When Judith was speaking to Bobby, sometimes she'd send voice notes, and I would be around, so I would say some random stuff, being playful, you know, like.
Hello, this is me. That was Rushley. She's on my floor with me.
I was classic teenager, super angsty. Bobby was a doctor, so I started to speak to Bobby about how I was feeling.
Bobby.
And he gives good advice.
Bobby.
And I feel like I've been listening to her.
Instead of messaging, Bobby and I stopped using Skype. But because of the witness protection, we weren't allowed to have a video call. It was just too risky. Even though Bobby couldn't speak, he would communicate just by making some kind of noise, whether it was a tap, grunt, whatever it was. And we just fall asleep.
Scared that down.
Open.
This is when we've been Skyping all night. I stayed with you all night. That was so funny.
Eventually, we started speaking on the phone with speech therapy. He was able to whisper, like, what's this? It's like this kind of thing, but it's never, ever his normal full voice ever again. He constantly said how he hated his voice.
I had a couple of opportunities talking to Bobby on the phone, and I found his voice very strange. It was very squeaky. Kira was upset when I mentioned it. She said, please don't judge him. But despite this, I was very happy for Kira. We did exchange text messages. He used to talk about food, and he would ask, what did I make? He said once they get married, he'll be cooking for me, so I won't have to cook anymore.
The family were really happy for her, but obviously being mid-30s, the pressure was on her, so when are we going to meet him? And when are you actually going to get married?
Bobby is still in New York.
Bobby. Bobby.
Not long after we get engaged,
Bobby.
it's Father's Day,
Bobby.
and he's received an official looking envelope. And he says he's got something to tell me. And to brace myself.
God damn. Sorry.
I can't understand it because he's been divorced for such a long time. He's basically forced to admit to me that he slept with her on one occasion
What's
7
that?
or 8 months ago before we got together. I'm very aware of the problems Sanj might create.
I don't want to feel that I'm putting it to his head, that I'm never going to have you to myself. How about I teach you myself up now?
It just felt unfair, knowing how much I wanted to be involved. My cousin Simran is helping me, supporting me. And I've been so conscious of not speaking to her about things because she's my main cousin. But the dynamic can obviously change. She's in her mid-20s now, and she's known Bobby far longer than I have. And for Simran, I am constantly messaging her. No matter what Bobby teaches, that he loves you. You know he loves you. I feel like she's got that soft spot for Bobby for whatever reason. After calming down, I send quite straightforward, simple message to Bobby. Your baby, I can manage, but I don't want Sanj in my life.
I was shocked and I just couldn't believe that you were both being so connected about the whole thing and very trusting. I think that was the moment that I started having my doubts about the whole relationship between Bobby and Kira.
It was fake.
I ended up speaking to
Money.
his cousin Kiran. She's Yashva's big sister. I have a lot of respect for her. As a Punjabi Sikh woman, she would understand that humiliation or having to explain things to my family. My family may be going to sleep this, and I don't want to tell something like that to my mom. Birth to a baby boy on the 27th of June, 2015. Bobby needed to make a choice. I put it to him that he should go back to Sanj and end us. He wants to be with me. He chooses me. So we've got to make this work.
Liar.
She did. There's no point in feeling anything about what's done. He's here. And we just have to show him that he's loved.
Bobby makes an effort to include me in everything.
And we've got your name.
We spent a couple of nights choosing names. He really liked Jamie. We chose baby clothes. And a couple of weeks later, Bobby's now starting to take pictures of his son. It was nice to see that Sanj actually put the clothes on him.
Do I need to come over there or are we going to sort you out to come here soon?
18 months into our relationship, lots and lots of attempts have been made to be together. Rajveer has promised me he's going to do everything he can to make it happen. but Bobby was in witness protection, so there's a procedure and a process.
There's a witness protection.
And all we've got to do is witness.
You believe that shit?
So all the trampoline, and asked Bobby for something that was his, something that he'd touched. So he was like, he's going to give me one of his t-shirts. And because Simran got this new jet setting job, she's required to go to head office in New York. He managed to get the nurse to give his t-shirt to Simran, and when she gets back, I really had to pick up the t-shirt. Bobby had told me he sprayed it with his aftershave so it's going to stick the whole suitcase out. And I smelled the aftershave. It was like, okay, today she must be fuming. Bobby made me feel loved. And given the obstacles, things were going well. But despite this, there's only so much you can live a relationship online. You have to be with each other. But there's always a reason why you can't come. It was really frustrating.
I was very disappointed as well for him not turning up, and I was trying to console her that but then during discussed things openly with me, thinking that I would be upset and stressed about all this.
The stress of the situation was too much for him, and things got to feel different between us. Because of the stroke, Bobby's health was up and down, and his mental health was fragile. He started to lean on me quite a lot. But I found myself in connections because he was sensitive to absolutely everything. If I needed to go to the bathroom, I didn't want to wake him up. So 5 p.m. to go. So where were you? If I wasn't on the other end of the phone line, it upset him. It was almost like I needed his permission. So every time I went to the bathroom, I started telling him.
When I was there to hang out, like she would be on the phone to him, she would be messaging him, like he would just be texting her, like constantly. And it was like, I've only been here for an hour and you've already had several emergencies.
Every day, I get up in the morning and take a selfie, send it to Bobby on Messenger, go to work, keep Facebook open for Bobby, drive home, eat dinner, spend time with my family, then Skype call would start. Days would stop journeying to work. It was like he was attached to me. It was like, Bobby opened my mind now.
So he's gone. Fake. Watching some documentary on.
She's pulling away a lot from family, from
Big room.
friends, from me. I'm really worried about her at this point.
I can't face anybody listening. We can't this work. I can't face anything.
On several occasions, I've been tempted to disappear.
Do it.
to make sure that I don't upset him because it might affect his health again. I've been talking to Yash, Bobby's cousin. Bobby would get jealous. And Bobby then would be messaging me separately saying angrily, like, this is our time, why are you talking to him? I'm on the phone with one person, then another person's contacting me, and they're messaging each other while they're messaging me.
She's always told where to go and where not to go.
She wasn't her normal lively self. She stopped going out as such. It was a total takeover of her life. Everything was totally Bobby.
She doesn't have the capacity for anything else. She was not taking care of herself. She was losing weight. She looked like death.
Eventually, I'm made redundant from my full-time marketing job, and at the end of the year, I don't even have a job. And I'm doing one of my final radio shows of the year, and he's on Skype call with me. You know, answering calls, doing my thing as usual. You're busy. Very busy. And he says, I'm flirting.
I don't know. He's accused me of flirting again. He's a regular caller, somebody who's been calling for a year and a half. And he got angry.
At this point, they've all found a reason to have a go at me. So to prove, I'm committed, I'm loyal, so I keep up my show.
I thought that was a very controlling move and manipulative, I think.
Bobby always finds a way to make me feel better.
He's sending flowers and all sorts of gifts to kids regularly.
Thank you. But the one period is complete.
When
Get a job.
Bobby, he'd at least get really upset and emotional and say, we all going to get married, and that was the end of her. It was really hard to urge Kieran's decisions.
This whole thing has become too important to fail. I'm not 20-something. If there's a chance this could still work, I want it to work.
I've been waiting every day for you to come.
Finally, Bobby's witness protection contract ends. There is no excuse. He has promised me he's coming to the UK. I'm trying to stay positive, but we get bad news. My grandmother, who I'm extremely close to, was sick. We were told she could be dying. We used to go there, sing. She liked singing. But because I was sleeping on the phone with Bobby every night, I couldn't stay the night with her. My grandmother passes away. But I really needed Bobby here at this time. On one of her last days in the hospital, she'd asked me for my forgiveness, but she couldn't wait for Bobby to come and to see us married. Bobby promised me, no matter what, he will make it for my grandmother's funeral. And he didn't come.
All these promises, all these plans, and everything is going against me.
I'm just angry and I want answers. I absolutely lose it at Bobby. I was screaming at him on the phone, saying, I don't care whatever happens, you come now, I don't need your presence, I don't need anything, I just need you to come. And literally I'm giving him an ultimatum. I don't let him get a word in edgeways. I was just panic. Finally, Bobby tells me I'm coming tomorrow. I'm now 39. I'm scared of being disappointed. But at the same time, relieved that he's finally coming. I'm getting updates from his flight from where his plane is in the air. Even though it's been really messy, this is it. We always talked about me meeting him at the airport, but everything's been so intense. We agreed that Bobby might need some time to settle back in before he sees me. He books himself into a hotel in Kensington, near the hospital. But after a couple of days, I've still not seen Bobby. From being relieved that he's come to London, thinking that finally we could just get on with everything. He's now yet not seeing me. My patient's worst thing. The excuse was so pathetic. I'm angry and upset. It's happening again. I just needed him to see me face to face. So I go to the hotel. I give Bobby's full name. They can't find him. And I say he's been staying here for a couple of weeks at least now. No, there's nobody staying here by this name. My hands begin to shake.
Nope.
Because I'm thinking this is all another lie. Also,
Lie.
I don't know who else to call at this time. And she's like trying to say, calm down. It must be a mistake. And as I'm talking to her, I get a call from Bobby.
It's a lie, man.
I say to him, I'm here at the hotel, just come downstairs. He's like, I've told reception to not let anyone know that I'm here. Don't surprise me like that. Just give me a couple of days. I'm angry. He's lying to me. So I say to him, what the hell's going on? You fucking don't show me your face, I want to see mine. You're here, why won't you see me? I need an answer.
Something lie, lady.
But then Bobby moves into the house that I've known he's had in South Kensington.
No face.
So I go to find this house.
Come on. Fart, for God's sake.
I say to him, I can't find your house. I can't see you. I'm downstairs. I'm outside. Bobby was like, I can actually see you. And he's telling me it's the end house. It's like the end house. It's this one, but I don't want to see you. I've got the feeling that he's not even in Kensington. Nothing makes sense. And I'm questioning everything. Everything I've seen online. I don't know what the truth is anymore. If he's not with me, he must be with Sanj. She's the mother of Bobby's child. I googled Sanj. Her number is there. I called
No.
the number. Sanj immediately answers.
Bobby, is that you?
It sounded too natural and too normal, like she was expecting a call from Bobby. And I just hung up. So it's very clear to me, Bobby's still speaking to Sanj. I feel like he's leading a double life. I need to find out what is going on. I remember when I had been doing the family tree for Bobby, I'd come across a postcode for Sanj's parents' house. Sanj leaves a house in front of me and walks past my car. And I remember that one minute was so angry on me, just telling me into it and just like put my foot down and accelerate. That's not me. And I was just like I was scared. I was so scared. I was losing the will. I was beginning to not recognize myself. And I do something really drastic and I just search private investigation in London. I asked for Bobby's current address. That's what I asked for. Within 24 hours, I get an email saying this is Bobby's current address. And it's over an hour's drive from London in Brighton. I was like, screw it, let's just go. And just watching Google Maps, counting down the minutes. God, it must have. I'm gearing myself up to see him. I had to really control myself. I ring the doorbell.
At first I don't see anyone. And glancing past the driveway, I see this woman walking away. She turns around, she makes eye contact, and she starts walking back towards the house.
we weren't expecting anybody. So I dressed our son up and then went downstairs. This girl standing right there. I've never seen her in my life.
She says, "Hi, Bobby. It's me, Kira." My wife's hand is like, "Bobby, who is this?"
And just looked at me.
Whoa,
I have no idea who this lady is. I've never spoken
she's
to her
gorgeous.
in my life. The lady looks straight at me. "Liar," she says. "Liar, how can you say this?"
Why are you lying to me? You've been talking to me for 8 years. All the messages and all the calls. He's done nothing in the past that I shouldn't, that I can't trust him for. But who is she? Why is she here? I could just see her hyperventilating.
She's getting really agitated, really anxious. So I say to her, "You might be confusing me for my younger brother, JJ. We've often been confused for one another. We look very similar."
And she says, no, Bobby John you. And then she showed him a picture of himself. Then she looks directly at me, makes eye contact, and says, Sanj. And then she points at my son and says his name.
We needed to figure out how she knew our names and how she knew where we lived. I've got my son just behind me, and I'm starting to fear how this could turn out because we don't know who this complete stranger is.
I've caught Bobby red-handed. He's come to the UK for me, and here he is with Sanj. And he was acting like he didn't know me. That was even worse. Everything around me was spinning. The very fact that they were together hurt. But then my phone rings, and it's Bobby.
It's my face, but that's not my number.
And so he's like, see?
That's not me calling you. Somebody's pretending to be me.
And in my head, that Sanj inside calling to prove something. I'm scared. You don't know what they capable of. I didn't know what to believe.
And it's at this point she says,
You talk to Simran all the time. My cousin Simran, and he was like,
"The only Simran I know is this girl who my brother dated."
so I called her and I said, Sim, I'm with Bobby right now.
She says, "He's denying everything." I sort of interject, "Can I please speak to Simran?" "Simran, hi, this is Bobby here. I've got this lady outside my house claiming all these things that I've known her for years." She says, "It's my cousin. She's just confused. Give her the phone back and I'll try and figure out what's going on."
Simran says, leave them here. She says, just leave them.
My wife deadlocks the door, latch on, makes sure the door is secure. We're looking at each other, and then there's a bang on the door.
This time I hear the chain unlock. Like I'm somebody that's going to break their door down and barge my way into the house.
She looks at Sanj and says, "I know you're staying at your parents' house in London because I've seen you there with your son."
Oh my god. How long has she been watching me for? Did she do that a lot? And she mentioned that she felt such a strong connection to Bobby's son, and she had these presents that she wanted to give to him. She said something like, "I've always felt he's my stepson."
This freaks me out because we don't know what she's capable of.
I just felt really scared.
I say, look, lady, we're calling the police.
That's not fair. That's not fair at all.
I was blinded by like my rage and my tears. I thought Simran, I was crying and screaming. Simran's trying to keep me calm. While I'm talking to her, Bobby messages me. And it says, "I'm so sorry, you shouldn't have seen that." But I was angry, so angry at her. For me, it's over. It's a big betrayal of trust. I didn't know what was going to happen to me now. Were they going to shame me? Were they going to turn on me? Where do I stand in all of this? What about my family? When I wake up, Simran tells me that she's spoken with Bobby and that they called the police. I'm terrified of whatever they might have said because I haven't done anything wrong. And that scares me. So I'm like, I need to go to the police. I'm in my room and I see a car pull up from the window. Simran gets out of the car. I open the door and she says to me, "I don't think I should come in." And she's got quite a serious face. I'm like, "Why?" She looks at me and she says, "It was all me."
Hmm?
Not what you mean, it was all me. She says, "I'm Bobby."
What?
And slowly I'm registering she means that she's been pretending to be Bobby.
What?
I can't quite understand. And I was like calling out names. What about Sanj? What about Yash? What about Rajveer? What about Kiran? What about so and so? So it's all me. It's me. It was me. So I was all of them. I suddenly questioned who I've been sleeping on the phone with for the last 3 years. She says it was me. Violated. Want to be sick. And I'm just screaming at her like, why? I just kept screaming, why? Why did you do it? And she's like, she's ruined my whole life. She's stolen the best years of my life off me. And all she could say was that I ruined my own life. No expression of faith.
I received a message from Simran. It was basically me. I don't know why I did it. How could she pretend to be me for so long? And she's a girl doing it to her cousin. None of it made any sense. She goes on to say, I need counseling to help me work through it all. I'm sorry for everything. If you would be willing to deal with it without the police, come on. I respond, I will not be hiding anything from the police. And thank you for coming clean. Good luck.
Brighton police station called me to say that Bob told them that he had a confession from Simran and that I had been a victim of a crime and that I should report it to my local police station. When I do, the officer tells me I'm not a victim. The real victims are the real Bobby and the real Sam. And I say to the officer, I don't know how crudely to put this to you, but say it was an intimate situation with Bobby. I haven't given any consent to Simran to do anything with me, to be anything with me. It's deception. It's manipulation. The police aren't going to investigate it. So I had to eventually take matters into my own hands.
Just like that.
I immediately started trying to download evidence online. I started to download Skype messages, WhatsApp messages, images, collate everything on a massive spreadsheet, but I'm beginning to see the profiles disappear. Simran created them all, she's making them disappear. And that's tampering with evidence. I'm trying to take as many screenshots as I can before they disappear. And then hundreds of thousands of messages. We're talking about 10 years worth. When I think back to the club in Brighton, when I bumped into Bobby, which was the real Bobby, that is a sliding doors moment. But there's so many moments like that. I'll find out when Bobby's brother, JJ, added me on Facebook. It was actually Simran. Simran had dated JJ in real life, but they had broken up. And the version of JJ that I've been introduced to was fake. Starting from there, every character connected to JJ, Bobby, everybody is all Simran.
Sick.
As I'm looking into all these profiles, some of them are real people whose profiles have been duplicated. And some of them are totally made up. Some of them are just supporting characters, commenting on the main characters, the detail of the conversations. It was so elaborate, so huge.
Both Bobby and Yash's Facebook profiles had posts on them, like they were active, they were really there. I shared information with Bobby thinking that he was a medical practitioner. I was underage at this time, but that is sickening.
Ultimately, I find 60 profiles, 60, She used all these different guises to control me and hold my fears against me. In picture sent to me, Bobby's son was wearing clothes that we picked together. Unbeknown at the time to me, those baby photos already existed on the real Bobby's Facebook page. Somehow she had reverse engineered it to lead me to pick those clothes. There's even been times when I've been with Simran and she'd be fiddling on her smartwatch and I'll get a message from Bobby. Now I realise that she was messaging me as Bobby while with me. Simran went to extreme lengths to deceive me. This didn't just impact me, it impacted my family. Everyone really thought they were speaking to Bobby. They were all victims too.
I think food is a word that can't use to describe Simran. She's pushed so many people through trauma. It's just unbelievable. One person can do what they have.
Simran is someone who is a part of the community, knows Bobby, knows all these people, and has all the tools to create a massive web.
Simran knew that if I had mentioned this to my husband, he would definitely go and visit the family. So I couldn't even talk open to my husband. She took all of us.
I never even heard of catfishing before. Catfishing should be made a crime. Why it happened, how it happened, beyond my knowledge.
I just want to ask Simran, why did she do this to Caleb? Did Caleb upset her in any way?